Hi, Jazzy fam. And those that are not yet fam, it's your girl, Jazzy J. And we are here with another. Why can't I talk? I don't know, maybe because I'm sitting down. But we are here with another episode of Do You C.O.K? Circumference of Knowledge. Everything you trust, everything you know, everything you have faith in, and everything you believe. Most people operate in here. 95% of subconscious programming. But we're going to be out here in the ethos. So again, if I say something that is outside your circumference of knowledge, Google it. The information is out there. Believe you me. But let's get into it. I just wanted to share with you. I told y'all I'm going to read y'all my journal entries, what Spirit gives me when I just put the pen to the paper and go to writing. And we're talking about the game of life. Now, I broke this down in my last episode. The macro and the micro consciousness, the one, spirit, supreme creator, macro, and micro, what we are. Fractal energy of source, co-creators in the earthly realm, and supernatural beings. Okay. The game of life. The game of life is a detailed, intricate maze of perfection. I had no earthly idea what my intense rant, commanding prayer would involve at the tender age of 12 years young. But I am so thankful and filled with gratitude for the traumatic experience that drew me on this path as a seeker. The scripture says, "Seek ye first, and all of these things shall be added unto you." Who knew that the ye is you? It is preached and taught in such a way that the ye is outside of you. But what if you knew that the ye is you? That you are the fractal energy of source. In the iteration of fill in the blank with your name. What if you knew that the first commandment that states, "You shall put no other gods before me," is really stating that you are the God, the genius, the co-creator that entered the physical realm as a divine deposit to raise the collective consciousness for humanity, and that you would put no other God before you. No other thing. People make money a God, cars a God, sex a God, alcohol a God, children of God. They make all of these other external things a God before them. That's why I say you love yourself before you love anyone or anything else. Because people put gods before them all the time. And then it's manifested with all kind of issues. Mental issues, health issues, because dis-ease in here causes disease. The game is not to become coded into the matrix mentalities of the world systems, but to shine bright, genuinely, authentically, as the fire spark of the divine. Many allow their spark to be snuffed out by the embedded codes of the matrix. The elite powers that control the media, the movies, the narratives, continue to indoctrinate us to more and more snuff codes because they do not want you to wake up. They do not want you to become aware or awakened to the truth. They want you to continue to be a dream walker, a human robot succumbing so much to your environment instead of realizing it's only an experience. And the more traumatic the experience is, that means that you have a tremendous deposit to make. Because I said in the last episode how everybody loves the underdog in the game. Everybody loves the story of triumph, of overcoming, the discipline, the focus, the perseverance, the dedication that it takes to get to the next level. That's why we love movies like Rudy and the Water Boy and Lean on Me. We love those because it's about people not succumbing to the environment, but creating an experience. They do not, the elitists, the 1%, they do not want you to evolve. They want you to devolve and become a human creature and live out of an animalistic lower nature. An animalistic lower nature mentality only to feed their unfair workforces, prisons, mental facilities, hospitals, and their deep pockets. It's these it takes, can't read my own writing, y'all. It takes stillness to tap in to consciousness. That's why they want to keep you busy. They want to keep you engulfed and engaged in constant negative news because they know what it does to you. They want to keep you scrolling on your phone. They know what the light does to your eyes. They could easily put something other than that blue light. But they know what it does. So they know it keeps you scrolling. Like Kendra said, turn the TV off. Turn your phone off sometime. Go out in nature. Put your feet in the grass. Be still. Now, if it's your first time doing it, you're going to hear your subconscious mind just talking. What you doing? This crazy. Go put your shoes on. You know you just bought them Jordans. Listen to that crazy lady talking about get still. Somebody calling you now. You got a text message. Keeping this running. So you can't tap in. Keeping you coded and tied, tethered to the matrix. There's such a thing as detached consciousness, where you can detach from all of this. That's the game, people, to get back to consciousness, source. See, you've been taught mind, body, soul, and it's not been broken down for you because your body is intelligent all by itself. When you should have been taught soul, body, mind, and frequency, energy, and vibration. I wasn't taught any of that. That's why you could be praying. You praying these low vibrational prayers, like a begging prayer. And see, source is balanced and neutral in that. Because the game is for you to get back to consciousness, that journey back to consciousness. And so you don't do begging prayers like Yeshua in the Bible. When he was trying to get some rest and sleep on the boat, and the disciples waking him up, Yeshua, 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 wake up, the winds and the rain and the storm. And he got up and commanded the calmness. So you can command the calmness. But because Yeshua is preached and taught as a middleman instead of a model, you don't think you have the power that you have. And in that same scripture, Yeshua said, how long I'm paraphrasing. I'm going to have to deal with you trifling, non-believers. Because you couldn't tell them they didn't believe. I preached a sermon. That was my title one time. The non-believing believers. So Jesus goes off on them. And I just said that so some of y'all will know who I'm talking about. Even what we call him, Jesus this and Jesus that, when you study to show that self-approved, there was no J. So when you say Jesus, you're calling the incorrect name in words or vibrations. So you're really calling on Zeus. So call him Yeshua, his real name. Even the name is coded. Because Spirit told me to tell y'all, Yeshua. Yes, you. Ah. The code is in his name, the correct pronunciation. It's yes, you. Yeshua. Yes, indeed. It takes stillness to tap in. That's why from day one, the matrix keeps you entangled and programmed, coded, indoctrinated, and conditioned. In the words of Beyonce, find your way back. All traumas that you are experiencing or have experienced are pathways for you to find your way back, to remember. Triggers reveal traumas. Traumas are gateways to find your way back, to remember. So if you feel depressed, oppressed, sad, guilty, shame, confusion, frustration, all of these low-level vibrations, when you understand how you work, how your body is intelligent. People stand in the mirror and talk about their body. Your body hears that. And so when you're not taught the proper way, like I was overweight, I was nearly 300 pounds. And before I knew this information, I would stand in the mirror and talk about my body. Ooh, Lord, look at your thighs. Fat, ugly thighs. Big inner tube. Look at this inner tube stomach. No. And my body heard that. And so that's what I had. Instead, until I changed my perspective and I started saying, you are beautiful. You are fit, trim, and toned, healthy, healed, and whole. And I would lay my hands on my body and say that. And I would say, thank you. I love you. And then I would apologize and say, I'm sorry. I forgive you. I would say thank you because my body even though I was looking at the shape of it, it was still operating in a capacity for me to live. We don't have to get up in the morning and tell our cardiovascular system to work, or our nervous system, or our lymphatic system. We don't have to get up and talk to our organs. It operates from that fractal energy of source all by itself. So I thanked my body for that. And then I told my body that I loved it. And then I would apologize and say, I'm sorry. Because of decisions I made, I had addicted my body to unhealthy foods. And then I would say, I forgive you. And that would help me to break my addiction to unhealthy food and make wiser decisions and eat food from the earth from which my body is made. Now those statements, they're in a Hawaiian ritual called Ho'oponopono. And you can Google it and read about the miraculous things, because it's vibration, frequency, and energy that you're not told of. So when you're standing in the mirror and you may be talking derogatory about your body, but then on the other side, you're trying to work your body out and get healthy and all of that, it's the wrong frequency. See, your frequency and your vibration have to be aligned. That's why some people say, well, my affirmations don't work. I don't know what's wrong. I've been saying this every day, all day. It's the same thing. See, your vibration off. Your frequency is what you do frequently. But it's just like a radio station. But we'll talk about that next time. Until I see you again, Jazz Love, Jazz Do It, Jazz on the journey, and always, and I do mean always, remember in life to jazz as you see it loves. Mwah.